what's up, you guys? How y'all doing? Come sit down. We have to talk about what's going on between JLo and Ben Affleck. Now, if you guys don't know, this divorce is getting ugly, and baby, they both letting everybody's business out here. If you guys don't know, Ben's people leaked to the press that JLo was secretly married to Diddy. I know. I did a whole video about it. Let me just bring you up to speed really quick, though, right? You don't have to watch the whole video if you want details. They're saying that JLo was secretly married to Diddy, and JLo even admitted that in the interview where she said, "This is all the way back in the day that who was I think it was a 2001 interview when she was saying Diddy was was demanding divorces and was like, 'Yo, let me know when to send the papers.'" Now, do I believe it? Maybe. Jennifer Lopez was getting married like it was going out of business. First to the Cuban waiter, then maybe to Diddy, then to Chris Judd. Then she left Chris Judd for Ben Affleck, but the Ben Affleck mess didn't work out. Then there was Mark Anthony. I might not have them in exact order, but baby, they were back to back to back. Back, back, back. They were back to back to back. So I tend to believe it. And I do tend to believe that they kept the marriage secret for two reasons. One, let's not forget that Diddy bang somebody in the face, according to Natanya Rubin, which I do have a live with her on my channel. Go ahead and watch it. She says that she swore that she saw Diddy do it and Jennifer helped him cover it up. Now, do I believe her? Absolutely. Absolutely. Jennifer has done a lot of stuff in her lifetime. And if these accusations are true, you could say that Jennifer was getting her karma. But, right? At the end of the day, let's also not forget that a lot of people thought that Kanye West and Bianca Censori were not married because nobody could find a marriage certificate. However, in the state of California, there is something called a confidential marriage certificate, which means the only people that know about it are you, are the judge, is your spouse. And when you dissolve the marriage, nobody ever has to know. Now, I know what you're saying. Why would Diddy keep quiet about it? Why indeed? Let's also not forget the mess at the club. As much as Jennifer Lopez might have helped Diddy get away with harming Natanya, right? At the end of the day, JLo allegedly did help Diddy get away with something. So Diddy would have kept quiet because he wouldn't want JLo letting everybody know all his business. All right, are we up to speed? Now, this was in retaliation to JLo feeling herself yesterday on Instagram, posting pictures saying, "Oh, it was a summer," letting her know, baby, the face cards still don't decline, and baby, the body is bodying. Then she said, "Everything is unfolding in divine order," mocking Ben for trying to play her. Then she put like daisies, roses, daffodils, a picture of her smiling, and then said she's in bloom and unbothered, out of reach and unpeace, and a picture of her eating ice cream. Ben didn't take kindly for it. That's when they released the sub saying, "Yeah, did you eat ice cream when you was married to Diddy?" Woo! But guess what? JLo ain't dead. I know that was a mouthful. Go watch the whole video if you want all the details. JLo wasn't done. She literally is clapping back at accusations that she had a secret marriage to Diddy by saying that Jennifer Garner is Ben's pawn, and basically low-key threatening to expose Jennifer Garner, her relationship to Ben, and everything going on with her maybe fiance boyfriend. Now, a lot of people said that her boyfriend got sick of the mess that was going on with Ben Affleck and said, "You know what? I'm out of here." And then some people are like, "Oh my God, but we saw them going on a dinner date." I said, "And we saw JLo and Ben going on dinner dates for the last calendar year. And they now saying that they've been separated for at least 6 months. Come on now. You know how this works." Anyway, this is what Jennifer's people have put out. This is what it's alleged to be from JLo's people. Maybe it's just concerned citizens, but it sounds like she's putting Jennifer Garner and Ben on notice, saying, "Baby, I'll expose both of you guys. And if you think that Ben's the only image that's going to go down, baby, just wait and see." Now, listen, do I blame her? Jennifer Garner did play in her face, but JLo was stupid to trust Jennifer Garner. But the thing is, I think that JLo's been so used to screwing people over that she somehow thought that she had the upper hand, or maybe she sweet talked or charmed Jennifer Garner. Girl, you know that woman ain't like you, especially when on This Is Me Now, when they were passing, or that Jennifer documentary, when they were passing all the love notes around, something those love notes people said led Jennifer Garner, who the streets are saying, to believe that JLo and Ben had some sort of emotional affair while Ben was married to Jen Garner. I didn't put it past him. He had a physical, emotional, money affair with the nanny. If you didn't know, he cheated on Jen Garner with the nanny and had the nanny walking around in Jen Garner's clothes, jeans, and everything else. Anyway, right? Here is the headline that got everybody on Twitter in a kerfuffle. People magazine said, "Who is Jennifer Garner's boyfriend?" All about the businessman John Miller. Now, I do want to say this. A lot of people said that it was all cap, that Jennifer Garner and her fiance broke up. But I want to know, why does People and every other magazine, why are they referring to him now as Jennifer Garner's boyfriend, not fiance? It seems like they took a step back. You don't become, we've been referring to him as a fiance for the last year. He has been a fiance. They announced the wedding and said that she didn't want to invite Jennifer Lopez because she doesn't want to bring like attention to the wedding, even though they have nothing but Hollywood friends. So now why are you, he's now your boyfriend, no longer fiance? Y'all can say it's cap, but there's something going on there. But listen to this, right? And this is in People magazine. People magazine gets stuff straight from People's publicists. They would not be calling this man her boyfriend if he was still a fiance. Bright Star Digital Print said this. This isn't the story. This is deflection. I know the Jennifer Lopez hate campaign was orchestrated by Ben Affleck and his team. That is true, but I think that Jennifer's done so much to so many people over the years, not least of all Natanya Rubin, which we do have a live. She will tell you the role Jennifer Lopez she feels played. And when she got banged in the face by Diddy, still has bullet fragments in her jaw. It was a very moving. I also did a video or a live with Little Rod. He is the man accusing Diddy of, he is in hiding. He did a special live with us. Go ahead and check it out, because at the end of the day, it's nice to hear from the victims that, and I'm sure there are a lot of victims with Diddy, but the people that were actually strong enough to go to the police. And that's not to say that other victims are weak because they don't go to the police, but I think we need to give them their props that they actually went. Natanya actually won with Diddy. Little Rod looks like he's going to win with Diddy. At the very least, the feds seem to be co-signing. So at the end of the day, as much as people want to believe this narrative that there's these powers that be that keep everybody powerless, and to a certain point that might be true, but let's look at the victory, the people that actually went to war and came out victorious. We can listen to, you know what I'm saying? Because yeah, we can do it. All right. Anyway, they said this isn't the story about who's Jennifer Garner's boyfriend. This is deflection. I know the Jennifer Lopez hate campaign was orchestrated by Ben Affleck and his team, and we should rightly blast him for it. But Jennifer Garner's role in it is also questionable. Was she a willing accomplice or a pawn? And let me just say this, right? JLo has gotten smart. She cannot win on TikTok, because I feel like in TikTok, in anything with video, your real personality comes out. Whether you're like a washed up has been, whether you feel like you are a loser in life, whether you are like so angry all the time, you come across like a rabid foaming pit bull, whether you are fake, whether you are phony, whether you are a liar, whether you are likable, whether you are giggly, your real personality comes out in TikTok and YouTube. That's why people that are big on Instagram are not necessarily big on YouTube, vice versa, than a third. TikTok and YouTube usually cross over, because let's be real, they're pretty much the same medium, just short form, sometimes long form. Okay. She's back on Instagram and Twitter because she knows that she can hide behind PR people, and they know how to put things out that people want to believe. Why is that such an important thing? Because she has made her return to Instagram, and she is eating up Ben Affleck in Twitter in the comments, pushing back on this narrative. Do I believe Ben Affleck started a narrative against JLo? Absolutely. Do I believe that Ben Affleck is a worthless POS? Absolutely. Do I believe that JLo, this might be her karma? Absolutely. Do I believe that JLo also is a hot mess? Absolutely. But baby, on this channel, we don't follow narratives like it's look. Listen, at this in this channel, no matter who you are, friend, foe, or in between, we're gonna call you out. Okay. I want to know in the comments, who side are you on right now? Who's the better PR campaign? JLo, Ben, or do you think they're all a hot mess? One for JLo, two for Ben, or do you think they're all a hot mess? Baby, we following this like the Super Bowl. Because I do want to say, if you look back on the JLo Ben Affleck playlist, we predicted this breakup 2 years ago. We were predicting this breakup when they were getting married. Y'all said we were lying. You said we were the biggest haters. And now look. Anyway, let's keep going. So anyway, I say all this to say, I think most of the threats coming out of Twitter are J Lo's people. I'm just saying, go ahead, Benny Medina, you better work that money. But listen to this, because this is the narrative they're trying to put out with Jennifer Garner. After Ben and J Lo's first breakup, the media wrote countless stories about how Ben had saved his career by marrying Jennifer Garner, and she was constantly described as classy back then. Classy was a euphemism they used for white. This is true. It was racist. And it worked. That's why he possibly, or they possibly, tried to do it again. We have seen Ben and Jen Garner take countless pat walks over the last few months. Pictures of them hugging and smiling together, pictures of them alone. Why has that now stopped? You know what? That's true. But I would also look at JLo and be like, you big dummy. You sat there when all this was happening and was trying to dress up as the perfect Boston stepwife. So when you're looking at Jennifer Garner as more classy, meeting more white, J Lo was trying to look like her version of classy. Surely you find out your ex-husband, who you proclaim to be at besties with, is getting a divorce, you check in. But apparently that was only something they could do while the JLo hate campaign built momentum. Did Jennifer Garner agree to help him with his image? Of course she did. Jennifer Garner can't stand JLo at all. She never made secret about that. That's why it's weird. This whole dynamic's weird. They're playing Game of Thrones. As divorce rumors swirled, Jennifer and Ben Affleck, who talk about being private and low key, were pictured with his mother. Garner hugs her publicly. Sure, she can be friends with the ex mother in law, but they knew what the optics would be. I've been saying this for a while. They're all play. And here's the thing, if you want to hate JLo, I don't care. Like, look what she did in Natanya. You have reason to go in on her. JLo's not a nice person, according to TikTok, and there are enough people doing testimony. But to sit here and act like Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck are so innocent, let's also not forget Jennifer Garner when she literally made those, in my opinion, racially charged remarks to Virginia King. Baby, the North remembers, and you can call me Northwest. Anyway, right? We've seen it with We've seen it with Meghan Markle. I had to read this ahead of time because I was like, where are they going? We've seen it with Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, Priyanka Chopra and Nick Jonas, and Ben Affleck and JLo. When a popular white man marries a successful woman of color, she gets backlash. By posting with her ex-mother-in-law, Jennifer Garner fed into that hysteria. Is she really that clueless? No, Jennifer Garner is not clueless or innocent. And I actually think Jennifer Garner is as sweet or as nice as everybody says she is, but let's keep going. Suddenly, there were articles linking Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck together, painting JLo as the problem. Either Jennifer wanted this written, or she does not understand how race is weaponized against people of color. Considering the racist videos that surfaced of her last year, this is a possibility. If you know one of, if they brought this up, JLo, Benny Medina, you better get that check. Listen to this. They said if you want to know more about Garner being racist, check out the interview, her interview with Conan O'Brien, or I didn't see that video, or the remarks she made to Regina King. Not linking here, as I always have bots going crazy when I remind people Jennifer Garner is publicly racist. Before the hate campaign against JLo, these two were pictured together in public, but it wasn't the intimate pictures we've seen over the last few months. Instead, it was pictures like this. Even I do remember there were pictures where Ben was yelling at Jen and then she sat outside and cried in front of the paparazzi. And I said, okay, girl. All right. Like, again, you cried in front of the paparazzi because Ben was being mean to her. if this is what they've been like for the past few years when pictured together, isn't it odd that over the past few months that's changed? Either the relationship status changed or Jennifer Garner has been helping him or consequently part of the hate campaign. Every time I say the JLo hate is racially coded, I get people rushing to say it isn't. But it is. I agree it is. But JLo also is a horrible person. And you can say it's racially coded, but let's be real, that's for people that aren't WOC or Black. You can't say that it's racially coded to people that are also, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, but it is. JLo was accused of putting his sobriety at risk when she doesn't really drink. But Jennifer Garner, who does drink and has been pictured drunk outside of Ben Affleck's home, is also just being supportive. Again, they have a video of Jennifer Garner outside of Ben Affleck's new rental. Um, yeah. Is that Jennifer? Yeah. Yeah. This is wild. Anyway, this is an example of what I mean when we say the hate is racially coded. The white woman is viewed positively for something, in this case, drinking, but the woman of color gets backlash for the same thing. It's hypocritical and just about hating on her for any reason. Then we get a picture of Jennifer's IG. She recently posted pictures on vacation she and Ben took together. He chose to go on vacation with his ex while separated from his wife, and she posted pictures of it. Also, they were drinking on vacation. Does that not put his sobriety at risk? Once again, Jennifer Garner and Affleck, who are apparently so private, are sharing everything publicly. Why share this unless Jennifer is taking a shot at JLo or reasserting her position? Is Jennifer Garner's friendly best friend or manipulative ex? And of course, she can post whatever vacation snap she wants to, but she's not stupid. Posting just these before divorce announcement is basically asking for attention. Why is she so desperate to be linked to him during the time that the JLo campaign is going on? Jennifer's IG comments have also recently undergone a cleanup. Since Ben and JLo got together, Jennifer Garner's fans have left misogynistic and racist comments about JLo and comments saying Ben should be with Jennifer Garner. Jennifer Garner only deleted these comments when people began to ask where the JLo 8 train came from. Before the public began to see through the campaign, she had negative comments about JLo up for a very long time. The comments under Jennifer Garner's IG posts were definitely stirred up to dislike Jennifer. Ben and Jen Garner have spent the last few months working to publicly humiliate JLo and get away with it. They did it once before, and they were expecting it to happen again. But instead, people began asking questions about the status of their relationship. Jennifer Garner's recently called a homewrecker on her IG, and people began to comment on how unhealthy her relationship with Ben Affleck is. Yeah, listen, here's my point. It's almost done. They said suddenly, as people begin asking questions about the Blake campaign against JLo and rightly turn on Ben Affleck for his role in it, Jennifer Garner rushes to bring out John Miller, her boyfriend, who we haven't seen in months. She's now deflecting. Jennifer was a wholesome girl next door, America's mom image she needs to protect. And that's what she's doing with John Miller. If she was a willing part of Ben Affleck's orchestrated PR campaign against JLo, then the image she presents is fake. I agree. And if she was a pawn and also a victim, she needs to stop being so enmeshed with Ben Affleck, but some boundaries in place and work on self-respect. What do you think? Jen Garner, an accomplice or a pawn? They said, P.S. Ben Affleck is trash. He is. Jennifer Lopez will thrive without him. Maybe if that Diddy mess don't catch up with her. This thread is not about the divorce. It's about figuring out who's part of the campaign, Ben Affleck and his team, but was Jennifer Garner. Listen, at the end of the day, I agree with everything that was written in that thread. The only thing is, JLo, girl, you're going to have to take accountability for this. And again, this ain't even with Ben and his, you know what type of time he's on. He was like that. He ran the same play on you. And you were fine when he was running that play with A-Rod and his daughters, and you were fine to ghost A-Rod, and you were fine to clown him. Like, Jennifer, girl, stick to exposing Ben Affleck for being a fraud. You pulling Jennifer Garner and everybody else into it. Did you not do the same thing to so many different people? Did you not humiliate Chris Judd? Did you not do all that stuff with Diddy? Did you not cover up? That's what I'm saying. Like, Every time JLo's in the lead of this game called divorce, she does something to remind us who she is. Knock it off with the whole thing, trying to pull Jennifer Garner. And yeah, I do believe that Jennifer Garner can't stand. I believe she has an unhealthy obsession with Ben Affleck. I believe all this stuff. But at the same time, JLo, we can say the same thing about you because both of y'all, when Ben recruited you into his dummy army, both of y'all went running. So don't get mad now that you've been like court-martialed out of Ben's dummy army again. And Ben and Jennifer Garner maybe has been moved up to his head dummy in charge. Anyway, y'all, let me know. You think what JLo is one up? You think Ben put a two of you think Ben shut JLo down with letting everybody know that JLo might have been secretly married to Diddy, or three? Are you just hoping that both of them get exposed? I'm actually enjoying this because I actually think between Ben, JLo, and Jennifer Garner, they're all horrible. Yeah, all for different reasons, but all very much so. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to you later. Bye.